It's not that often that a brand new machine comes on the market with new features, is it? But this one does. This is the Meraki Espresso Machine, and I'm intrigued by it because it comes with a couple things that I have not seen before in my home. It comes with a rotary pump. It comes with 2 scales so that it measures both the espresso powder coming out of the grinder as well as the yield coming out underneath the brew group. Plus, it has also got a couple of other features up its sleeves. So let's just have a look today and see what it all comes with, check out the features, the general build quality, and let's see what's in here. All right, just a couple of things before we get started here with the meat and potatoes of the video. Meraki did send me this machine. They contacted me and asked me if I would be curious to do an organic review, meaning that they send me a unit for free, I check it out and give my honest opinion. The other thing is Meraki, as you can imagine, is Chinese. They are from Shenzhen. And I've been told that Shenzhen is actually kind of like the Silicon Valley of China. They got all kinds of successful companies there, including BYD, DJI, Huawei. I mean, this amazing camera that I got right here, the DJI Pocket Osmo 3. This sucker is amazing. And this is what I did all of my vlogging with while I was in Copenhagen. So they're coming up with some really interesting things over there in Shenzhen. So anyhow, with that out of the way, let's open this up and see what it comes with. Gotta be smarter than the box. Oh, there we go. Okay. Couple things before we get underway here. This is not the final model, but it is like a production quality model. They're gonna make a couple of more improvements before they do release it. So let's just have a look at the packaging. I mean, to me, the packaging also makes a difference. Kind of tells you how mature the product is and what they all include, what they describe, how good the directions are, the translation, and so on. So here we got, oh, what is it? Explains the machine. It shows we got 2 boilers here. They both got PIDs in them. We've got a grinder, which is interesting because this is actually like a collaboration with Timemore. So Timemore is helping with the grinder part. It shows the water tank in the back. Shows a scale here. There's a scale here as well. It's got a pretty cool looking steam wand on there as well. So yeah, we got that. And let's see what it all comes with on top. We got a Meraki branded milk pitcher. So that looks pretty nice. 330 milliliters. That is in a 304 stainless steel. It says right on there. What is this? Must be the portafilter. That is a pretty big portafilter. Okay, first thing I want to mention about this is that the portafilter handle is plastic. It looks like you can remove it and put a different one on there if you want to. But yeah, that part is plastic. It's got a dual spout on the bottom. It's got a Meraki branded basket in there, of course non-pressurized. And this is also stainless steel 304. So both the basket and the portafilter itself are 304, just not the handle being plastic. What's next? A back flushing disc. I'm not going to open that right now. We've got, what is this guy? Oh, a dosing cup. Well, that's kind of nice. This is an aluminum dosing cup as far as I know, and it must have something there on the bottom. I'm not quite sure what that is yet. But yeah, I do believe that that is aluminum. What do we got here? Oh, that's a heavy sucker. So here we, oh, I never had one of these before. This is a distributor or leveler, essentially, that you just turn on top like this. I've seen them a million times, but I never bought one, so, well, comes with that. Oh, tamper. All right, so the bottom of this tamper, and this is also branded, by the way. It says Meraki right there, if you can see it. The top part is actually a beautiful anodized aluminum. I really like that look. It reminds me a lot of, like, you know, MacBooks. And this is a polished, as it looks, stainless steel tamper base. It is flat, it's not rippled. So we got these accessories already. What do we got here? I don't know what that is yet. This is a Barista rag. That's nice. You know, these are handy. You need something like this, keep your workspace clean. Espresso is just a dirty thing. Then we have got a Meraki Brew with Heart and Soul. That seems to be their slogan. So this is the handbook. I'll take a look at this a little later. Now we can remove the top part. Okay, so we got what looks to be like a cleaning brush. Oh, a filter, water filter. Don't see branding on that one. So anyway, what we're gonna do today is also commission this a little bit, and just so we can get a sense of what it looks like and how it feels, and you know, how the steam pressure is, all that kind of stuff. And in case you're wondering, this is the styrofoam of the top part, black styrofoam, pretty sturdy, smooth. Let's turn this sucker around. Okay, just about ready for the reveal. Huh. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that big sucker. Look at that. Look at this big gooseneck steam wand. That is something else. Okay, that must be how you turn it on. It's got a screen on here, and I have not mentioned the screen yet. Let's remove that. So the screen, I said that this has got something up its sleeves, and see if I can tip it over one time so you can get a better look at it. There's something here on the top. There's concentric circles, if you can see that. And actually what that is an RFID reader. So let me get this out of here. Oh my gosh, it's heavier than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, it's actually quite a heavy machine. Just about got it unpacked. What I wanted to mention is that it does come with the screen on top, and it's got the RFID reader. They also sent me some beans. So the interesting thing about the Meraki is, and this is also a nice unboxing experience, you can see the bubble wrapping inside. It's got this interesting kind of structure. Anyhow, they sent these beans, right? And so on the bottom of the bean is also a sticker with an RFID on it. You put that on there like that, and then it reads it and tells you, okay, based on the roaster's preferences for temperature and for grind, it's going to give you some settings for pulling a shot. So that's pretty cool. At least that's how I understand how it works. And that's a really interesting thing. Of course, you can also use this in manual mode. You don't have to only buy these kind of beans with the RFID, where they're in collaboration with some roasters, and that way you know just the right parameters for this particular bean. And this one was roasted on June 18th, so just a couple, 2-3 weeks ago. This is a natural process, supposed to taste jasmine, lemon, and berries light roast. So pretty cool, pretty cool. That's what we got going on here so far. What I'm gonna do next is fill up the water tank with water. I'm gonna rinse this out first. Okay, good. It's got a water sensor on there. I'm gonna go ahead and also rinse this guy out, get some water, and go to the next step of the video.
Getting value from this video? Please take a moment to like and subscribe.
Alrighty, I got my water tank washed off, filled up with water, and I got the filter priming. So let's just dump that water filter in there. There we go. Then we can put this on and start the machine. Now, here's the thing. Unfortunately, while I was waiting for that filter to prime, I was also checking the build materials. You know, the casing itself is mostly a molded plastic. This drip tray is, I'm not that sure what that is. It could be metal. I'm not sure. This seems to be stainless. But the casing, anyhow, is all plastic. Top part's plastic. Screen, of course, is plastic. Just checking the switches. This one is a little bit loose. This one is okay. And I guess there are 3 different levels of steam on this thing. I do actually quite like the ball joint here on this gooseneck steam one. That's my favorite feature so far without having turned it on. As far as the grinder is concerned, that seems pretty normal. It's, of course, a plastic hopper like they generally are. I removed the burrs as well to take a look, because I might need to adjust them. I might need to make it a little finer. Oftentimes you do have to make these finer when you first get a machine. But anyhow, we'll just test it out as it is on the finest setting. I also, just for checking the haptics in that because these are often stiff when you first put them in. I tried it out and I got it in once just fine, removed it, put it back in, and the handle busted off. So this is that, it's pretty cheap plastic, and I think that there was a defect in the molding. So if you take a look on the inside, it seems like there's almost no threads inside. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. So what I'm gonna do, because I would like to finish this teaser video, is see if I can just get a different handle on. It's not turning. All right, so I'm just gonna use this black handle instead. I probably marred the threads a bit. All right, so now we can get going with the rest of the review. All right, let's put that sucker in there. I mean, it is a little stiff, but most machines are stiff in the beginning. It's always a little stiff when you're putting it in the first couple times. All right, now we got it filled with water, and I'm curious to turn this guy on. So plugged in. I think this is the power button up here. Can you hear that? It's draining the water. It's got to fill up these boilers. Of course, there's two of them. You can hear the solenoids in there switching. Pretty neat, pretty neat. It says welcome. Nice font on there. Touch the screen to start your first configuration. All right, you know what? I am just going to get a little footage of this. All right, touch the screen. Let's do it. Oh, Wi-Fi setting, that's interesting. Okay, I am in. Currently, I'm in Brussels. I think oh no, I'm here. Okay, wireless. Yep, I'm just gonna put the code in. Can't show you guys my code. Okay, the date. The date in there? What is the date anyhow? All right, all set. All right, so I did have to put in a couple of settings in there. Wi-Fi, time and date. You can hear it starting to heat up. Now to operate the machine, I wonder what you gotta do. Okay, no steam yet. Anyway, there's 3 buttons on here. There is grinder, brew, and steam. Let's just see what happens when I hit grinder. Grind, manual grind. What the heck was that? I'm not sure what that noise was. Maybe it was a valve seating. I'm not really sure exactly what that was. Let me just try the grinder once more. Please clean and purge the steam wand, okay? Grinder, again. All right, seems to be okay now. Let's go back. They need to make these back buttons bigger. Come on, get out of there. No, back. Well, we at least got the water flowing. A lungo, interesting. Okay, so there's just a switch on the top to engage the brew group or disengage it. This, by the way, is the scale, and this is the drip tray that sits on top. It's a nice stainless steel mesh with this silicone rubber to catch whatever kind of liquid falls down in there. So I don't know how well you can see the display, but on the top it's got grinder, and that's where you can start it manually. It's got on the right side steam, and it tells me what temperature it's at. I'm not sure what that... Oh, okay. So it engages either on the screen or here. And that is a 3-hole tip steam wand. It's a lot of power. That's pretty dry too. That's some dry steam. Huh, okay. Well, we got that going. Okay, and now we can also go to brew. What happens when I hit brew? Looks like I can just hit play and it's gonna try for 36 grams. So, I just kinda wanna see what it looks like coming out. So I'm gonna hit brew and let's have a look. Smart brew in progress. Enjoy the pleasure of making coffee, it says on there. So it just measured out 36 grams. Let's just try it again. And you know what? Let's see how accurate it is. If I put on a scale of my own, let's see how much we get out. All right, so I got my own scale on here and I'm just gonna see what I get out. So let's see here. Brew, play. 36 grams, what's going for? And I get 36.8. That's pretty good. That is pretty impressive. Let's try one more time. 36.8 is what I got. $35.7. All right, so anyway, I guess what everybody's probably wondering is how this does for espresso. So let's just make this one. I'm not in the mood for a light roast. This one I think is a little bit darker. I'm supposed to get blueberry, almond, and butter with this one. And it's a pulped natural. So that's pretty neat. Let's just see how this works with that sticker one time. Meraki 3, blend medium. Blueberry, almond butter, pretty neat. Okay, so it's already set. Now, as far as these beans are concerned, Meraki has got some collaborations in different countries. And I think this comes with 3 set up already. Like 3 of these profiles loaded into the machine, and there's gonna be, I think, more coming soon. Let's just put these in the grinder and give it a shot. Now, of course, this is a brand new machine. It's not been dialed in yet. You know, the burrs, they need some time to get worked in a little bit as well. But let's just give it a shot and see what we get out. All right, so I'm gonna grind. Auto grind. Auto grind 19 grams. Let's give it a shot. All right, there we go. I'd say that's probably more than fine enough. That's what it looks like in there. Dump it in to the portafilter. I kind of like to do WDT, but considering that it's just got this leveler, we're gonna try this one. Looks pretty good like that as well. Give that sucker a good tamp. Excellent. And now, let's see what we get out. This is gonna be interesting. First shot ever, let's see. Brew. 192 degrees Fahrenheit. Play. I might have ground too fine. Let's just see if anything comes out. Nope, I don't think so. Stop it. So I had the grinder set for the finest setting. I'm gonna try it on the setting of 10 instead, and let's just give that another shot. And yes, I know I changed it while I was grinding. Those first few grams are gonna be inconsistent, but we're just giving this a shot and seeing what we get out. So let's see if a grind setting of about 10, if that's gonna work better for us. Try 2. It's also a bit too slow. I think I'm gonna open it up to 20. All right, I think I got her dialed in now. I had to go up to about halfway on the dial. I am at 18. So I ran a couple shots in between. Let's pull another one now, and then let's do a little steaming and close out the video. So grind. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the grinder does have a deionizer in there to make the grinds nice and fluffy, also loose so that they're not staticky. That's nice. Alrighty. I mean, it is nice that I don't have to be switching the scale in between, that it measures for me. I do like that. So here we go. It's looking better now. Okay, so there's our espresso, 25 seconds, 36 grams. So we're in the ballpark there. Full of crema, so it must be fresh beans, and the grind must be good enough as well. I don't want to comment too much on the espresso because this is just a teaser video, and obviously I just turned the machine on. I feel like maybe I should turn up the temperature a little bit, but there we go. Pretty nice looking espresso. But what's interesting is how the milk steaming is. And you know what? I went up and got my big Mota mug. This is really a thick one for two reasons. One, you can feel more liquid in here. And two, because it is a thicker metal, it takes longer to steam. Because I'm a little bit afraid of wielding this steam wand. So the more milk, the easier. Let's give it a shot. Well, ain't too bad. Not too bad to yield, actually. Not too bad to wield, I should say. It's plenty hot. Well, that looks really silky. That looks silky. Now, that doesn't mean I'm gonna get good latte art. My latte art seems to be like really inconsistent, but certainly that milk is very good. I mean, that is some creamy, creamy, creamy milk. So, that ain't too bad. Not the most symmetric tulip stack, but you get the idea. This steam one is pretty damn good. It's a little bit flaccid, you can see. It doesn't want to stay up all the time. So maybe there's a way you can adjust that. But anyway, there we go. That is an initial teaser video of this Meraki machine. One thing I nearly forgot to mention is their logo. So the logo is kind of interesting. It's 3 dots spaced further apart, 3 dots overlapping each other, and 1 dot at the bottom. So you'll see that logo kind of repeated throughout the design of the machine. All right, I have to add a little bit of an appendix to this video. So first of all, this drip tray, this is aluminum, but it looks like plastic. That's why I thought it was plastic, but it's definitely aluminum. I believe it is cast aluminum. Next thing, this is a magnet on the bottom here so that I can get sucked into place real easily. And this, I should have known, of course, is a tamping station and a spot to put your leveler as well as your tamper, so that you got them organized. You can pull it out here as well and put your pucks in there. And this also fits inside, just like that. But, I mean, it's plastic, so it's okay. It works. Anyhow, that's what that stuff is right there. And a really important point is I had the price incorrect. So the pricing is going to be in 3 stages of the Kickstarter phase. The first price will be $10.99. Second price, $11.49, third price, $12.49, and then finally the MSRP is going to be $17.99. So first initial thoughts, just using it a little bit. I think I made 6 shots in total, made 1 milk foam. Well, the milk foam is amazing, as you can see there. I do love the dual scale design as well, so that I don't have to screw around with the scale. That's way easier. The RFID thing, it's a neat idea. I don't know if I would use it all the time because I probably would try to get my beans just locally, but if this machine gets established and gets collaborative partners all over, then you could probably get yourself some beans pretty easily. Grinder seems to work quite well, and actually everything worked without a hitch except for except for the portafilter handle. So what are you gonna do about that? Yeah, using the screen is also fine, intuitive. I didn't read any of the directions. So far, so good, I would say. Now, curious, what do you guys think? Is this a cool machine for you or not? They will be releasing this on Kickstarter, as far as I understand. They've already made a whole bunch of production units. So let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in this? I think that they're gonna start it on Kickstarter for $9.99, and that the price after that's gonna be like $12.99. But rotary pump, 2 scales, Nice steamer, dual boiler, screen, RFID. Let me know what you guys think. All right, I hope that you liked this video. I hope it was helpful for you. Until next time, I say happy coffee drinking and happy espresso drinking. Bye now.